Mitch, you like the newest addition to the Rafters? The Rafter?
I think it's very Pop-esque. Obviously, what an honor to have him be included with that group. Can't say enough in terms of 29 years as a head coach, longer with the organization, 5 championships. Everything that you see, hear, or have heard regarding this organization, he has his imprints all over it. And probably people don't understand enough that aren't close to this organization or part of it, which is understandable, but just the amount of dedication and time and energy he put into so many things that never or for public consumption or are even known by people in the organization or the players, just in terms of the importance of everything, of how we do everything, and the attention to detail and the consistency and the love, blood, sweat, and tears we put into it. So it's a lot of emotions for a lot of people I know, but for myself, for sure, to see that up there and for him to join that group.
Carter talked during the preseason about how valuable it was for him to sit down and talk to Pop and pick his brain. As a resource, I mean, that's got to be off the charts for those young guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's for all of us, right? I mean, I've been blessed to have that now for years in a lot of different roles, and as our relationship has grown over time, but he's been that for so many people in so many moments and times and situations. It's one of his special powers for sure.
Coach, you talked about embracing the mundane, and that's certainly made the rounds. Luke Cornett sort of seems to be an embodiment of that. What are some of the little things that he does really well and make him so effective in his role, and what's the plan for replacing him tonight with him out?
Yeah, I think one thing that's hard about this league, and there's a lot of things, but is the word role that you said. Whether that's a role different than what players are used to, as a lot of these guys have been the stars on every team they've ever been on. Some people have aspirations or visions of themselves that may not always align with the coaches at the time or that time of their career. And some people just are fortunate enough to be very, very at peace and clear and embrace and star in their role all at the same time. And he seems to be one of those guys that knows exactly who he is, how to embrace it, how to star in it. And I think you see that, where he knows how to fit around people because there's a very clear expectation of what he's going to do night in and night out. And I think that's something that we as a team are continuing to try to find people to grow in that role, which is their role, not Luke's role. So we'll have to replace Luke, as you asked, in a combination of ways. But I think the big part of that is, helping his teammates and having a clear expectation on that possession of what I can do to help the 4 other people on the court achieve whatever we're trying to achieve on that possession.
Was it a surprise to see him? Was it a surprise to see him pop up on the injury report coming out of New Orleans? 'Cause we didn't really see anything.
He had a couple plays, and he played a ton of minutes. And it was one of those games where, we had a couple guys not available, overtime, fouls. So the minutes, someone was going to have higher minutes than expected. That obviously wouldn't be a plan for him for 82 games. Unfortunate, obviously, that he came out on the injury report, but, lucky again that it's nothing serious, and just got to give him time and make sure we take care of it.
This is sort of a short-term absence, probably.
Yeah.
The timetables for, De'Aaron and Jeremy, is that still kind of a day-to-day thing right now?
Yeah, again, it's getting closer, and they're doing more, and I think, again, there's a combination of medical, fitness, how the player feels, and everybody has their own circumstances regarding that, and there's different things that people are going through or coming back from and returning to play from, and so the good thing is it's all trending the right way, and honestly, that's all I'm really concerned with. I'm not waiting to see if it's this day of the week or that day of the week or which week it is. It's just as long as it's trending in the right way, then I obviously trust our medical group, as they deserve that with everything they've done on their resume and experience here.
Mitch, are you coaching this team any differently than you used to do last year? Just knowing, there are more experienced guys now. They all have at least like 3, 4, 5 years of experience now. Like, are you asking for more responsibility, accountability from the guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm coaching it differently for a variety of reasons. The obvious one is I had much more time to prepare this year in different circumstances. So that's the first reason that I'm coaching it differently. And I think for all of our guys and everybody here, not just the players, as you're somewhere and you grow and you have more experience, and hopefully there's being more asked of you, or you can continue to get better at what is being asked of you. And so I think we are continuing to ask that of the people that have been here, especially the ones that have been here longer. They know what this program is about and the brand of basketball that we're trying to play.
Coach, just to kind of further expand on that and having that time to prepare over the off season, were there any trends, or like what trends I should say in the league were kind of part of that inspiration, or teams that you were studying that kind of helped think through that?
I think the trends across the league are typically pretty knee-jerk in terms of who played in the finals or who had the most recent success. I think for us, we were at a stage of our journey that I think was more trying to continue to get clear on how we want to play. We've had a foundation and base of players here now for a little bit of time, and I think it's continuing to grow that more than follow this team or chase that. But I think continuing to grow the base of what we've been doing here now for a handful of years is probably more where the time and energy spent.
Coach Vic has obviously done a bunch of impressive things so far this season, but 0 turnovers through 2 games, and I think he had 1 game in his career before that with 0 turnovers. It was a thing in the preseason. Did he just flip a switch? What has happened there where he's taking care of the ball so much better?
Yeah, it's been extremely impressive, and I think, again, a combination of things. We had a few games in the preseason where we were missing every single primary ball handler that we had. The preseason for some of these guys that have played a good amount of minutes and have been asked a lot, I think at times when you have different combinations out there, newer, different lineups or newer lineups, there is a little bit of level of experimentation. And same with the coaching staff in terms of, hey, do we like this play? Do we like these guys playing together? No, we don't. Yes, we do. But his intention to be fundamentally sound in terms of taking care of the basketball has been paramount. Yeah.
It's the home debut for the Jackal supporters group. Are you excited for what they might bring? Have you prepped the guys for different noise?
I'm excited for everybody in here that's going to be supporting us. Lastly, I just would like to say, we've been up to the Hill Country numerous times, publicly and privately, and we have a big group here today for the game. So just very excited when you talk about who's going to be here for that group to be here. We have a combination of quite a few people, and obviously that's still at the forefront, and so just want to make sure that gets out there, how excited we are to host those people today at the game. So
That group is like first responders or high school kids.
it's a lot of first responders, teachers, students, families, a combination of quite a few people up there. So very excited to have them today. Thanks.